walked in a while. Of course, Mark took over his role as the UFC, as a UFC vice president, and he knows that I criticize the UFC, so it's sort of tough to put him on the show. But the bottom line is, of course, I miss Mark, and Mark was Chuck Minker's guy right hand. Of course, Chuck Minker was a guy that died back in the 1990s. Of course, he was the head of the Nevada State Athletic Commission for a long time. He was also a boxing judge, but he was my buddy. He really was. I mean, he's the one that gave me all the boxing scoops, and not all of them, but when I was running scoops back in the 90s, okay, and I was kicking everybody's ass, North American Boxing Rider of the Year, not once but twice, but the bottom line is winning all kinds of other awards. A lot of that stuff was fed to me from him, so I wish him, I really miss him. Bottom line is, pound for pound is great. Let's go to an early break. You're tuning to Ring Talk Live Worldwide, your inside look at the world of boxing and MMA. History on the other end.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. That's 800-913-9739.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9654. 800-915-9654. 800-915-9654. That's 800-915-9654.
Special alert for consumers struggling to pay taxes. There are new tax regulations, not published yet. We have the inside track on your new tax savings. These programs are designed to help struggling taxpayers like you. The COVID relief programs are gone, but there are new programs to help struggling taxpayers, and we have the inside track. Call now and we'll take you through these new programs. These taxpayer savings programs have never been available until now. Get out of tax trouble now. It doesn't take weeks. It can happen in one phone call. Call now and get the inside track to get rid of your tax problems.
Call the tax helpline now. 800-949-0039. 800-949-0039. 800-949-0039. That's 800-949-0039.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
How much money did you spend to fight those RICO cases?
A lot. Friends and family help. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, we're going up against the United States government. My lawyer used to say it in his own, they won 3 world wars, they print their own money, and they got all the resources in the world. going to go against. They could just keep on indicting you. Listen, they did it to me. I beat the fucking Sedano murder. I got indicted the next day, the same fucking murder in Newark federal court. I had to go to trial again, the month trial.
I mean, yeah, if you look at, a federal indictment, it'll say the United States versus.
Yeah.
You're going against the whole country.
The whole country. They print their own money. They just put the machine on.
Right. I mean, when you think about how much you spent, was it hundreds of thousands of dollars? Millions of dollars?
A lot of money. Yeah, to sell everything. Sold jewelry, fucking everything. I'm fighting for my life.
Head of the Philadelphia mob. One night, I roughed up I take it back, his security guards got all ruffled because of the fact that I got into an almost beef with Michael Buffer's kid. Michael Buffer's kid grabbed a drink off my table. I was sitting there sporting this, I had this beautiful girl, this and that, so he came over, grabbed my drink, this and that, and he grabbed a drink, so I grabbed him. When I grabbed him, I think that Joey Merlino was sitting next to me. I had no idea who he was at that point in time, but him and his boys were sitting next to me, so they jumped up thinking that it was a diversion. And there was, having a diversion, like a beef going on so they can go after Joey. So one guy I saw pull out a gun. The bottom line is, yeah, it is what it is. Joey Merlino still going, rocking and rolling, still alive, and of course the king of the Philadelphia mob, no doubt about that. Speaking of a mobster, last night Dana White drew 17,000 people. Got to give him some props. I mean, he just did. He did in Vancouver, BC, 17,000 people. I think it was like a $4 million gate. Of course, guys that weren't in, that really don't matter. Brown and Allen versus Rainier versus the Riddler or something like that's the main event. Of course, no names. Kevin Holland, maybe you know about him. But outside of that, a lot of no names. Dana drew 17,000 people. Of course, 14 fights. So I guess he over-delivered. Give him props. 2 women's fights as well. So give Dana, when Dana does what he does well, he just doesn't pay people. That's what it is. In other words, I'm not knocking his ability to promote fights when it comes to the MMA world, okay? But I'm knocking his inability to want to pay people. He doesn't want to pay people. I'll say it again. If they're making 10% of the money when they should be getting close to 50%, we got a problem. 50% or more. Come on, think about this. And I'll say it again. Boxers and MMA guys are independent contractors. That's what they are. Okay, they're just independent contractors. Some get a little bit more, some get a little bit less. But at the end of the day, MMA fighters take a hell of a toll. And you see it in the gym. You see it in. I mean, you don't see these MMA guys like Chuck Liddell and you don't see any of these guys doing except George St. Pierre, the Canadian welterweight champion. Outside of him, you don't see any of these guys talking on TV. Maybe Daniel Cormier, but you don't see it because of the fact that the damage that's been inflicted is permanent and severe, and you just don't want to see that. Dana doesn't want to show you all those guys, acting goofy and punching this kind of stuff. He doesn't want to do it. At the end of the day, I think he's a pimp and I think he's a bad guy, but he does a good job as far as promoting his world of UFC and the world of mixed martial arts. Now, this has been another edition of Ring Talk Live Worldwide, your inside look at the world of boxing and MMA. This Friday night, I'm doing my thing at the Club Acapulco, LaFuente2025.com. Of course, that's my show. I'll have on top Richard Bean headlining. Of course, him and Malo will do their thing. Malo being the rock band, hard rock. That was a Latin rock band. Of course, brought us Suavecito, kind of good stuff, but they'll be rocking and rolling as well. He'll do a little Sapo set, and we'll have DJ Brendan doing his thing as far as salsa and old school R&B is concerned. So I'm expecting a good night. And it's a little freaky. Let me tell you like this. Until Friday night, I'll be worrying about everything. I mean, like the arena catching on fire and all kinds of crazy. Don't ask me why, but all these bizarre thoughts come into my mind when I'm doing these things, whether it's boxing, whether anything. It just does. I mean, the impossible, somehow I think about it. Straight up, this has been another edition of Ring Talk Live Worldwide, your inside look in the world of boxing and MMA. We come to you every Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday for an hour live here on Sports Byline, iHeartRadio, many of these same channels. Of course, we come back Sunday. This is a Sunday show, the Sunday edition, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, it's 8 p.m. in Honolulu, Hawaii, 8 a.m. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Bottom line is we're rocking and rolling. We're all right. Until next time, keep your hands up, keep your chin down, and boy, am I glad to get off the air this week. Straight up, this is Ring Talk Live Worldwide.